Okay, so this is just going to be a quick video about Synthspace and particularly about importing custom patterns, and I'll show you samples as well. So in Synthspace, you've got these things called cartridges, and when you go to that, when you first get into this and you haven't done any of your own, imported any of your own, inside the patterns you'll mainly have things like scales and modes. So you'll have like the Dorian, the Gypsy, harmonic minor, the major blues, things like that. So if I put the major blues in, you'll get this kind of, yeah. And basically what I've done today is I realized this because I went into adding my own samples, and essentially if you go to your, I can't remember the name of the directory while I've got my headset on, but I'll put a link to it in this video. I'll put an image of it and I'll put the directory in the description maybe. But basically I think you go to your AppData, which will be in your users folder, and you go like LocalLow, and then go like Synthspace, ContainerStorage, and then inside there you'll find a patterns folder and a samples folder. Inside this patterns folder you'll find all those original ones, which are like the modes and the scales, but if you open up those files, they're just text files, .pattern files they're called. So if you open them up, all they are is a really easy to read set of instructions. So probably the easiest way to demonstrate this would be on this one. I've literally put a 0 and a 12, and when you put this in, you'll see that it's just going to repeat an octave over and over again, because you're doing like the 0 and the 12. So that the pitch of this is an E. Sorry, that was an E. That's now an E again, I think. So that's going from your E, your root E, to an E, which is 12 semitones higher, which makes it another E, an octave up. So if, for example, I did this one here, which is 0, 12, 24, 12. So that's going to jump up an octave, then up an octave again, and then back down an octave. So that's going to do this. So I tried to just think of some like common, I guess, arpeggiator patterns that you might have, but I also just did some random ones like this, like 0, 0, 6, 7, which sounds a little bit like some kind of I'm trying to think of the program. There's a TV program. This sounds like it's like the Munsters or something. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like that kind of rockabilly. When you take out the cartridge, it just kind of goes haywire. It just kind of goes on a free run, a chromatic run. So what you can also do is, at the moment that's doing 0, 1, 4, 5. Yeah. If I do this, it's going to ping pong it. So it's going to go up and then down again, up and then down again. So that's quite cool. You can get quite good variations doing that sort of thing. Yeah, I just made loads of random, well, they weren't random, but a lot of just kind of like variations of stuff that I thought might be quite useful. And then obviously you can actually change the pitch as well. So you can still change the root pitch. And obviously the speed is dictated by the clock speed that I'm pumping into this arpeggiator. So yeah, I made a bunch of just kind of number patterns, I guess, and I thought this was quite a good way of formatting them, because then it's really easy to read. I don't know about you, but music theory for me is something that I've kind of learned slowly as an afterthought. I started with the guitar, and so I started with guitar tabs. So this to me makes a lot of sense. That to me says E, F, F sharp, G. That's what it says to me. And I think if you've ever played guitar and you've read guitar tabs or bass or whatever, then that's the way I read notes in my head anyway, I guess. So it makes a lot of sense to me to do it this way. So that's just going to be like a nice chromatic run. But yeah, it's really easy to come in, and actually the cool thing is that you can actually edit these live. I say live, I mean I could make a new text file now if I was sat at my computer. I'm in the other room, but if I was sat at my computer, I could make a new text file, or just copy one of these and rename it or whatever, and then all I would need to do, I think, is click away like that, click off the folder and back. You might even just need to move a page like this, and it would then pop up in your patterns cartridges selections. So then you can quite quickly build up these patterns through a combination of kind of sequencing on Notepad and coming back into VR, if you wanted to kind of do it like on live, as it were. So the only thing with these is that you can only do quite straight sounding patterns with these. There's no kind of swing on this, unfortunately, not currently, and there's no way of kind of making one note 2 steps, for example. Like the only way you could do it is by duplicating that note twice to kind of give it the feel that it's a longer note, you know. I tried to actually sequence some tracks in here, so I'll upload all of these into a folder or an online Google Drive, so you can come and have a play if you want, and just you can use these and you can make your own. So I had a go at making some sort of classic bass lines. I was trying to think of ones that had timings that were very straight, so they would work naturally. So this was Billie Jean, which I thought worked quite well. Probably a little bit higher than that actually is. Yeah, so you recognise that one. And then we've got Day Tripper. On this one I had to kind of do what I was saying. I had to kind of put like I can't remember, maybe zeros I put at the start, maybe 3 times. I put 3 zeros to kind of give it that give it that sustained note. And it works quite well actually. I'm not sure that's the exact timing of the original track, but it works quite well. What else did I do? I did Electric 6. See if you can recognize this track. Again, the timing. Probably faster, isn't it? Take you to a gay bar. I don't know, yeah. Do you remember that track? What a track. What a track. This one is Boys and Girls, which is by the fantastic Blur. This is probably slower. That synth actually sounds quite like it. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, you get the idea. Did I do Blue Monday yet? Blue Monday works quite well. It's like, now that's what I call music. All your modular hits in one place. What else we got? Oh, hash pipe. I was struggling to get the kind of staccato notes that I feel you would want for something like this. I guess it should be an E. Is it an E? Oh, maybe F sounds about right. So I want to get it nice and short. So I guess turn the gate time down. But then you start to lose the... That's a bit more like it. Or maybe it's because I've got this glide on actually, because I'm going for a glide. So maybe I just take out the glide and just go straight. I think I might be clipping a little bit because it sounds a little bit, something a little bit bitey there, isn't there? Maybe it's just because the attack was all the way down. Yeah, if you go too low on these attack, decay, sustain, you just start to... So that's only sounding one of the notes there, isn't it? It's missing out some of the steps. Interesting. Yeah, but you get the idea. Oh, I did White. did this one as well. Oh dear, I forgot how many I've done. What song is this? Faster? Oh, maybe. There we go. That just sounds like one big blurry mess. I think it sounds better with glide actually. Let's put the glide back on. That's enough of that. Peter Gunn, that was the last one actually. This was the first one I did actually, I think. I always remember this tune because this is one of the first things I learned on guitar. Like I remember my guitar teacher just saying, it's all on one note. So it's 0, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 5, 4, I think. That's the simple version. And that's what I wrote in the notepad. Yeah, you get the idea. So I made loads of these ones in here. I'm going to upload them onto a Google Drive, so if you want to have a go, there's 0, 1. It's kind of like Jaws, isn't it? I don't know what this one is. This sounds messy. I think I did some kind of obvious ones like, so 0, 3, 7, 3 would be like a minor chord. Yeah, and then a major chord, a major triad would be 0, 4, 7, 4. Yeah, and then I guess this is where my theory goes. This sustained, something like that, maybe. I don't know. I'm probably completely wrong. But yeah, I just made loads of variations, so you can have a play with all of these. I don't know why, but when I use that filter, it sounds a little bit noisy. It's a bit like, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe I'm clipping or something. So yeah, the samples work in exactly the same way though. I'll just show you that quickly. Again, I'll just show you a screenshot of what it looks like. But basically, you can add in your own samples here. So if I would just get rid of, maybe if I just make this be quiet. No. Shh. Where's that noise coming from? From there. Okay. So if I was gonna do a sampler, look at this. When you make one of these, it's just, what a mess. I guess I should chuck all these away when I don't use them. It's quite nice that they become these like physical objects, isn't it? I quite like that, and I like the fact that they have these names on them. It'd be cool if you could change the colors and stuff as well. There was actually some color information in the files, in the pattern files, but it didn't seem to do anything when I changed it. There's 4 numbers, and I assume it'll be red, green, blue, and then some kind of transparency. But yeah, and whatever I changed the values to didn't seem to change anything. But yeah, if you want to add your own samples, you just do it in the same way. There's a samples folder inside that AppData thing, and you just dump your files in there. They just need to be in the root folder. I can't remember if I said at the start of the video. They have to be in the root folder. So like where the original samples that are in the app are, which I think with these, no, what were they called? I can't remember what they were called, but I think they were called like A, B, C. Oh yeah, drums A. So this was the original, one of the original samples that's in here, which is just kind of a drum loop thing. If I put that into there. Yeah. So all I've done is I've added in some other samples, like I've put in some cowbells, because everybody needs cowbells. You can do all sorts of funny sort of granular stuff with this actually, so it doesn't even really matter what the original sound is. You could hook up a keyboard to this and have the pitch change that, you know. So this is going to be a bongo. Apparently. Oh, it's a very low bongo. Yeah, I put some kicks in here, I think, as well. But yeah, you get the idea. There's a bass drum. That was loud. Yeah, but you get the idea. So you can add your own patterns and you can add your own samples, and it's pretty cool. You can do a lot with it. I think these patterns are going to be super useful for making kind of interesting tracks and stuff in here. So yeah, have a go and feel free to download these and use them however you want. Yeah, go for it. Cool. Bye bye.